Hi folks, I'm Mark. Thanks for joining me for this short talk about video games because you are listening to Quick Play. So let's get right into it. To be totally honest, I am unprepared and I don't really have an episode, and this is the day before it goes out, but I am just an idiot talking to an iPhone, taking a break at work because I thought I'm on the GG app, which if you don't know, that lets you track games that you've played, that you've beaten. You can leave reviews, you can see what your friends are up to, and that's at ggapp.io, or as a mobile app as GG vertical line. But one category they have for games is shelved, which are the games that you have stopped playing, but with the intention of coming back to. I thought it'd be fun to run through the games that I've shelved and think a little bit about why I stopped, and if maybe I'll even start them up again. We'll see. So let's go to ggapp.io. If you're curious, I'm at Quick Play. You can send the link below. Check it out there. And we will bring up my shelved games. I have no idea how many are even in here. We've got about 12 or so. First off, I think this is in order of most recent. Let's start at the beginning. So Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. I really love the first Donkey Kong Country. This has been hard to get into, and I keep on chipping away at it on Switch Online. Eventually I want to do just a playthrough of all of the Donkey Kong Country games again, because I really enjoyed them. I got really into the music. So for whatever reason, 2 and 3 have just not clicked in the same way the first one has, but we'll see. Golf Story is another one that I have been chipping away at, which is a really funny pun. But I was very late to this one. I think I bought it on sale. I know this was like one of the first Switch games to come out. So it was beloved early on because it was like all you could play. I really enjoyed it, probably about halfway through, and just kind of forget why I stopped, but I'll get back to it. This one's embarrassing, but this is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I have not actually finished that one. I think I'm like done 7 dungeons, so I'm pretty close. This is all on Switch Online. I think I'm at a spot where I just don't know where to go next. I don't know how to get out of where I am. So we'll see. I think I just need to reset and kind of start from home and figure out where I'm doing next. Lonely Mountains Downhill. This was a really cool game I liked a lot. I played it on Game Pass. It's like a downhill bike game, kind of low poly, but it's really hard. I really enjoyed it. It feels great, but it's just really stinking hard. I'd love to get back to it, but it's kind of I don't know if I want to really dig into it. Next up, Snowrunner. This is just a game I really like a lot. It's for as little as I played it. I don't know. Yeah, you're just a ice road trucker, and it's just satisfying to roam around. It's a really beautiful game. I think I really just enjoyed driving around. I didn't really enjoy the missions themselves because it can be pretty frustrating and slow, but satisfying. I think at this point, if I wanted to get back into it, I'd just get Expeditions, but I don't know. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I feel like I've beaten this game at some point, but I've started... I don't know where I played this one. I don't know. Maybe it'll come on to Switch Online eventually. I'm very familiar with the first 2 Sonic the Hedgehogs. I really want to kind of get as familiar with this one because I think it's great. Another one that I thought I've beaten by now, but I'm not totally sure, is Yoshi's Island, the original for Super Nintendo. I'm pretty sure I've beaten this at some point, but I think I've started replaying it about maybe like a third of the way through. So again, a Switch Online, chip away at it when I think about it. Superliminal. I think this is one I've played on Game Pass. This is the really cool kind of perspective puzzle game. I'm probably most of the way through it because it's a pretty short game, but I just jumped off of it and went to something else. So I don't know if I'll actually finish this one or not. I feel like I've gotten the gist of it. The Forgotten City is one that I'm probably about literally halfway through. I was playing on Game Pass, and I think my subscription ended, and by the time I got back to Game Pass, it had dropped off. This one's a very similar to Outer Wilds, where you're with the time loop, and it's all puzzly and just one big puzzle box. I want to get back into it. We'll see about how to procure that. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania is the first two Monkey Balls, which were a really fun time on GameCube. This one was a cheap pickup for me that I really enjoyed. Probably like 3/4 of the way through, and it's just gotten really stinking hard. I'll come back to it. I think I actually will come back to this one, but I don't know if we'll really ever beat it. Kentucky Route Zero. I actually played this one through Netflix, which we no longer have. We'll get eventually again, but this is kind of like a whole adventure point and click. I really liked the vibe of this game. I thought it was really cool. I think probably about halfway through. I'd love to get back to it. Shredders, which is a snowboard game. I don't think I'm ever actually coming back to this one. I always love snowboard games. This one is more realistic and grounded. I think I just, at this point, I like Riders Republic more. If I want to be nostalgic, I'll go back to SSX or something. So I'm probably not actually coming back to this one. Marvel Snap is on my list here. I probably have, like, when I put it here, I probably had great intentions of coming back to it. I don't know if I ever actually will. I feel like something have to draw me in. I don't know. I really love Marvel Snap, and then weirdly enough, I think Tears of the Kingdom maybe drop off because it was just, I just want to play that instead. And Marvel Snap was always like this: get done with the day, play a few rounds in bed, and then I think I played so much Tears of the Kingdom that it was like, it's way too late, I gotta go straight to bed. And so I stopped playing it, got out of practice. Forza Motorsport, this is the one that came out just last year. Started playing on Game Pass. This one really got me thinking, like, I really want a racing wheel. And now I have one. It's a little bit on the cheap side, so I tried out Forza with it and just didn't really click right. It works well for Formula One, but not Motorsport really well. I don't know if I'll go back to this one at this point. We'll see. Sea of Stars, I don't know if I'm going back to this one. I've talked about this on the podcast where, like, I just stopped wanting to play it. And not really it's not I ran out of enjoyment for it. It's more just I started wanting to play other stuff and just never went back to it. And then finally here, I actually have 16 games. Trombone Champ, which is just something fun I got for Christmas. I don't really play it actively, but do want to keep playing it, and I don't really know what beating this game looks like, so I don't know, maybe it'll stay on this list, maybe it won't. So those are my 16 games. The one's probably going to be taken off here eventually. Superliminal, we'll just drop that. Monkey Ball, maybe drop it. Shredders I should drop. Marvel Snap maybe should be on this list, I think. But the ones I do actually want to get back to, finishing out Sonic the Hedgehog, finishing out Link to the Past eventually, Donkey Kong Country, Forgotten City. Yeah, those are the ones that are really more top of mind. All right, well, that's my list. Would love to hear what's on your list. Thanks for sticking around for a shorter episode, but let's see our last bit here. What am I playing? I am still also chipping away at Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Well, thank you all for joining me. Go find me on GG. It's a really cool app that has been hard to really develop a social side of it. So follow me. I'll follow you. We'll see what we're up to. We really enjoy that. More episodes will come up soon. I'll have next quarter's Metacritic Golf report next week already. Then a few ideas I'm kicking around. I need to get Kurt back on. I need to get Jordan back on. Plus a few more guests in the pipeline too. So Kurt and Jordan, I'll be reaching out to you. Well, thank you all for listening in. You can follow us on the major podcasting services. You can find us on the proper socials at Quick Play Pod. And let us know, what's that one game you keep on meaning to get back to? That's all the time we have for today. Thanks. Bye.